Have you ever wondered why some seasons of your life seem to reward every ounce of effort, while other seasons leave you feeling like you're running as hard as you can without getting anywhere? Maybe you've done everything people tell you to do. You work hard. You keep learning. You stay disciplined. You show up when you don't feel like it. Yet somehow the opportunities don't come. The money doesn't grow the way you expected, and the progress you imagined feels just out of reach. After a while, you start asking a dangerous question. What's wrong with me? But what if that's the wrong question? What if the real issue isn't your effort at all? One of the oldest ideas found across history is that life moves in cycles rather than straight lines. Ancient cultures watched the seasons because they understood something we've largely forgotten. A farmer doesn't blame a seed for not becoming a harvest overnight. Every season has its purpose. There is a time to plant, a time to cultivate, and a time to gather what has grown. Yet when it comes to our own lives, we expect every season to produce visible results. That's where frustration begins. The lens today is temporal or threshold cycles. It's the idea that before every meaningful expansion, there is often a period where nothing seems to happen on the surface. Not because nothing is happening, but because the foundation is still being built. Think about someone starting a business. For months, maybe even years, they're creating systems, learning skills, making mistakes, and earning very little. From the outside, it can look like failure. But those invisible years are often what make later success possible. Or think about someone changing careers. They may feel like they're starting over, taking a pay cut, or losing momentum. Yet that uncomfortable transition often becomes the bridge to work that's far more aligned with who they've become. Even financial markets remind us of this pattern. Periods of rapid growth are often followed by consolidation. Investors who understand cycles don't panic every time progress slows. They recognize that not every season is designed for acceleration. The same is true in your own life. When you mistake a preparation season for a failure season, you'll push harder when what you actually need is perspective. That doesn't mean you stop taking action. It means you stop measuring your worth by immediate results. Sometimes being stuck isn't evidence that you're doing the wrong thing. Sometimes it's evidence that you're expecting harvest during planting season. Ask yourself this: have you actually stopped growing? Or have the results simply become less visible? Those are two very different realities. The world celebrates breakthroughs, promotions, and big wins. It rarely celebrates the months of quiet discipline that made those moments possible. But the invisible work matters just as much as the visible outcome. In fact, it usually comes first. The danger is that many people quit during the threshold. They assume the silence means the journey is over, when in reality, they're standing at the doorway to the next phase. That's why timing matters. Not because timing guarantees success, but because understanding timing changes how you respond to uncertainty. Instead of rushing to force results, you become curious. Instead of asking, why isn't this working? You begin asking, what is this season preparing me for? That single shift changes everything. You stop fighting the phase you're in. You start learning from it. If you feel stuck today, don't immediately assume you're behind. Look for what has changed inside you over the past year. Maybe your patience has grown. Maybe your judgment is sharper. Maybe you've built skills that no one else can see yet. Those are not small things. Those are foundations. And foundations are rarely impressive while they're being built. So before you decide that life has stopped responding to your effort, consider another possibility. Maybe your life isn't resisting you. Maybe it's preparing you for a level of responsibility your current perspective can't fully see yet. The question isn't whether you're moving. The question is whether you're measuring movement by the right standard. If this message gave language to something you've been feeling, share it with someone who's been quietly wondering if they've fallen behind. Subscribe for more Prophecy Pulse conversations about timing, cycles, and the patterns that shape our lives. And when you're ready to explore your own personal signal more deeply, follow the link in the description or visit www.auriscodex.com.